y'all, we have to talk about it because this came out under my radar day of, and I had to cut it on because what are we doing over here? Lestat will be back on June 7th, but an After Dark show has arrived now, and we need to talk about it. Pick me up in the McLaren, Daddy. Annie, in fact, is not okay. I just honestly want to. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley. This is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all the things TV and movie related. Y'all know I am here to put you on and listen here. If you've been here for any length of time, and a lot of you actually came during this season, but we covered it collectively as well. Interview with a Vampire, both seasons 1 and 2. I did uploads. I'll insert my playlist. We also did live discussions. We did cosplay. So you know that we are fully immersed in the Anne Rice universe. We even covered tired damn Mayfair witches, y'all. So you know it's real over here, and the Talamasca. And so I'm fully immersed. And so when I saw that we're doing a companion show, that AMC is putting this out ahead of the premiere, I said, okay, I need to watch it. I need to see what's going on. I need to see what's happening, what this format is, and if we're going to get any tea. So, of course, today I'm back and we need to talk about it. Pardon me in advance if I rant just a little bit because some things, you know, overall, I really feel like if we're going to do a companion show, which is great, I love the idea of it, we need a debrief after every episode. I'm fully aware of that. I need somebody with a spark, right? I need somebody with a flair, mama. I need somebody to come out here and really deliver and show the excitement and all of those things. And Lizzie girl, no hate to you. I'm sure you do a great job on your podcast, but I don't know, maybe I need a rotating host. But I just need somebody who's going to give some of the energy that we need to see, okay, when interacting with Louis and the Gremlin and Lestat. Listen, I is it me or me the drama? Y'all let me know. Anyway, this was the preview episode for the Vampire Lestat After Dark. Again, it's a new companion series for the upcoming season, and it's meant to take us behind the scenes. And everybody's seen these companion shows on every network, on HBO Max, on AMC Plus, on all of those things. That really kind of gives you insight into the mind of the showrunner, the actors as they're acting this out, and really their interpretation and what they were trying to convey, in any given episode. So again, this takes us behind the scenes with the cast, the creators, the producers, the showrunner, and everybody that's going to be involved in the shift from Interview with the Vampire to the Vampire Lestat. Because I will say one of the things that stood out that they discussed in the show was the fact that this is a completely different show. This is a completely different show, a completely different narrator, a completely different point of view. And basically, we need to buckle our seatbelts because if we thought the first 2 seasons were dark, we've seen nothing yet. That scares me, y'all. Because we've been down through there. We've been down through the trenches. We went to outer space. We went to the outside stratosphere where Louis got dropped. Like, how much darker can we get? Santi used Claudia's ashes as eyeshadow. How much darker? Louis used Santi's head as a soccer ball and kicked him down those streets. I don't know how much darker we get, y'all. But listen, that's what it is. So again, I'll be honest. I the host, no disrespect. It just for me, I need someone a little bit livelier. We need energy. It doesn't have to be chaotic. It doesn't have to be messy, but a little bit of mess. I just need a little bit of personality. Also, again, I feel like a rotating host would have been cool, from like professional podcasters to some of the fandom that could be trusted to, creators, content creators, any of the things I think would have been great. On the panel, we had the showrunner, Roland James. We had Sam Reed, of course. We had Jacob Anderson. We had Assad Zaman. We had Delaney Hales. And we had executive producer Mark Johnson. So the gang's all here, right? And so we're hearing from each of these characters on the panel, and we're getting the opportunity to answer some Reddit questions that have come up. Now, before we get all into that, we have Eric Bogosian come in, the actor who plays Daniel, and he basically gives us a quick recap of both seasons 1 and 2. And again, I'll insert my playlist because I went in depth on both of these seasons, so go check those out. But we know where we're at. We know that at the end of season 2, Louis was like, "Come to my door. I own the night. Come see about me if you have any problems with me." We got a quiet little sweet reunion between he and Lestat. We're present day. We know that Daniel is now got his Vampire 3000 manicure, his full set. And now we're embarking on this journey post that. Now that the book has been written, Louis divulged everything to Daniel and Daniel published it, and is now on a book tour. Lestat is finally getting to see what's been written of him. And he also is going to be a rock star. And so he's going to be on tour this season. So we've got that all set up. Again, the biggest takeaway, they reiterated this over and over and over again, is that this is a completely different show. This is a completely different show that we may or may not be ready for. They say it gets freer. We're not just watching events, we're watching Lestat's interpretation of said events. And I don't know, because can you imagine what goes on in Lestat's brain? Can we really imagine what goes on in there? Because I mean, for the first 2 seasons, really, we've been in Louis' brain. While painted in his own narrative, and he under a strong delusion for 70 years, it was kind of cute because Louis is, he's precious. And so now with Lestat, I really don't know. And so again, now that we're officially in another unreliable narrator's mind and version of events, the show is going to play very differently. I know that it is. Lestat is not just remembering, he's performing. They said actually to look at this season like an album, and every episode is a record on the album. And so it's all going to fit overall into this narrative. But Roland James said in the writer's room, they pulled from the gut. He said that they pulled from the deepest, darkest places of the recesses of their minds and they came up with this. So I can only imagine. And again, as an adaptation, this is a reinvention while still trying to stay true to the heart of these characters. So I'm very, very, very interested to see where we're gonna go. I mean, from the previews, me seeing Gabrielle and kissing in mouth, I don't know where we're going, but I know it's going to be different. So again, you ain't seen nothing yet. If you thought you had seen something before, you haven't. We're going deeper, we're going darker, extreme highs, extreme lows. And again, like I said, how much higher and how much lower can we go? But that's what they're saying. I am going to be here with bated breath. I don't know what to do. And if you didn't know, May 30th, 31st, 2026, we are doing a full out binge on the YT, and I will be playing it in the Discord. So everybody who wants to be down, come on this Saturday and Sunday. We will be binging both seasons in preparation for the Vampire Lestat on June 7th. We also find out immediately, one of the first questions that was asked was, where are we at now? How much time has lapsed between the end of the Interview with a Vampire season 2 and the Vampire Lestat, right? And so per Roland James, it's been about 1.5, 2 years since then. So time for the book tour, time for Lestat to be figuring out what he's doing with his life. Yeah. So 1.5, 2 years is the time gap. I A lot can happen in 1.5, 2 years. And I know it's a blip on the map for a vampire, but for us, it's felt like 1 or 2 years in getting this season. But I digress. The audience question, do any of the characters, especially Louis, get any peace? They say Louis gets 15 minutes of peace with Lestat one night. That's it. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a lot of joy and happiness and freedom over here. So just keep that in mind. They say he'll get a moment of peace one night, maybe a walkabout of peace one evening. They said peace and joy in this universe is few and far between. We have to take it where we can get it. And maybe, the one night is going to be enough. But they say it quickly turns dark. I don't know. Another audience question is, who's going to get the sea bob? I had to Google it because what the hell is the sea bob? But they were referring to the Gremlins Bob, aka aka Armand. And I don't think anybody else is going to take that bob. But listen, everybody came back. The people asked if we're going to get Nicki stat because we know Nicki predates Louis. Nicki predates a lot of the foolishness in Lestat's life, and they say Nicki will be there. He actually plays a big role in this season. What that's gonna look like, you guys drop it in the comments and let me know. They said the fans have been vying for it, so it's very interested. So they say Nikki gives us young Lestat, the dreamer, the unimpeded, the restless son, all of these things. I'm very interested to see where that's going. We also find out that we're gonna have many, many, many new major characters introduced. I'm assuming that maybe the twins. We're getting Akasha. I'm assuming Akasha also is Mama. I feel like we're getting all of those, but it's going to be huge and the people are going to react. And he says some are even going to be surprised. So I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. Drop it in the comments and let me know who else you think is coming. They also said that there is one character that will definitely be there that will have a mark in each of the Anne Rice universe shows on AMC. So they say they've been on Mayfair Witches, they've been on Talamasca, and they've been here. So that kind of limits the pool. You guys drop it in the comments and let me know who you think that is. If you know already who that is, and you know they had to bring that raggedy dundardardary in over from Mayfair to ask that question, child. I don't care. I don't want to go over there. We know Lestat's mama will be here. She's going to be important this season. I'm very curious about how they're going to handle the dynamics of this relationship. What that's going to be like, because of course she framed him, right? And framed the way that he views the world, the way that he views relationships, the way that he views people. So I'm very interested to see what that's going to look like. I don't know, y'all. Of course, Lestat is going to be in full rock star Lestat fashion. If we thought Lestat was something before, I fear we have no clue at this moment. In the trailers, the super trailers, the teasers, we've seen the brief interaction between Daniel and Lestat, and I don't know. It's going to be hilarious. I'm glad Daniel's a vamp at this point. He's not anywhere near as strong as Lestat, but maybe he can at least hold his own and keep himself alive. Again, Louis this season, even though this is Lestat's season, Louis will very much be a part of the core of the show. He's still dealing with the truth about a lot of things, still dealing with the loss of Claudia, as is damn Lestat. And we know Claudia's going to be back. She was on them people's couch and she said she's haunting, torturing, but in the end, reconciling some things. So I'm very much sure it's either going to be a combination of flashbacks and of present day hauntings. But you guys drop it in the comments and let me know how she's going to be here. She's still, listen, because you're going to pay, you're going to feel it, you're going to hear about it, you're going to know about it. I'm just glad everyone gets to work, right? A little gremlin pops up on behind the couch and scares the hell out of me because what are you doing here, Armand? What are you doing here? But of course, he's taking on the full Armand persona. Assad is in the discussion. And they're like, so is Armand actually gonna tell the truth this season? What do you mean? Armand's always telling the truth. You just don't know because you haven't heard from his point of view, his perspective, his narration. Armand, please. Nobody's buying that. He's going to be diabolical this season. Just know. Just say I said it, okay? Mark it down. Ashley said on this good day, May 25th, that he's going to be yet again a demon gremlin. All right, that's just what it is. The lies he's immediately telling, trying to soften Armand. And there's no, because why did you turn Daniel? It was, it was hemming and hawing. And listen, we know why you turned Daniel, sir. We know who you are already. As far as the creative direction, Rollin Jones is very excited. And I think it's thrilling when you get to see a showrunner who's so excited about their baby, who's so excited about the work that they're doing, because it has no choice but to translate on the screen. We started covering this before a lot of people got involved in like the fandom or talking about it. And so I'm really interested to see how this evolution works. This has to be great. This has to be great. I'm betting all on Black. Listen, it has to be amazing. Holding true to the spirit in which Anne Rice wrote this. He's trying to hang on to that. Again, he said they pulled from everywhere they could, but this is going to be a departure from what we've seen in the first two seasons. And it has to be. I mean, like I said, if you can imagine being in Lestat's mind, we have no choice but to go somewhere else. I just need it executed perfectly based on who we know. Like I'm so excited. This has to be good. This has to be good. Overall, the first Vampire Lestat After Dark special was fine. It did its one major thing, let us see the characters again, getting people excited about what's to come in the season, and answering some questions without really spoiling what's going to happen. Again, same universe, same vampires, but a different perspective, a different unreliable narrator. And I am ready for all of this. I'm ready for the performances because you know Sam has been in New York. He just released another song. I shared it on the community tab. This is going to be good, y'all. This is going to be good and it's dramatic and I cannot wait. But you guys, I've been rambling on long enough. The episode was only damn 26 minutes and I'm already at 16 minutes. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you watched. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know any predictions. Don't spoil anything. But any predictions that you have, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. And don't forget, May 30th, 31st, Saturday and Sunday, we'll be binging seasons 1 and season 2, respectively, both here online, and you can watch with us in the Discord. So be there or be square, like, hype, do all the things, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.